I think it was like the night before the first one. We were in Sabeda's apartment, sorting toys, cleaning toys. I've never been inundated with so many toys.
So on the day that the toy fair closed, I had to rent a van, race up and down the building, go to each booth, load up pallets on a flat cart, run them back to the elevator, run back down to the street, unload in the van, back up again.
Behind the scenes, it was just an incredible feat.
As a lifelong New Yorker, I grew up in the city of immigrant parents when we were poor, and there was not big Christmases in our family. It's fun to see how there are affiliates throughout the city that are serving families that could have been mine.
We became friends through one of my friends who lived in the building. We discovered we both loved to ride bikes, so we started riding together. And we had a lot of time to fill because we rode many, many miles, many hours, and we would talk.
When we do that, since this is the mid-90s, we would see a lot of kids outside playing among just, sticks and they didn't have any toys. I had older friends that had kids. I'd look in their kids' rooms and there's all these toys that were in great shape, but were just unused. I thought it would be awesome if somehow all those toys that people have in their homes that were unused, if somehow we could transfer them to those who needed them. So it was just a thought, and it'd be a great thing to dream about. But like I said, it was really Al who was the catalyst for jumping on the opportunity.
When we were at the women's retreat, I got in touch with Kathy Keller. She told me this would be a perfect ministry for Hope for New York. So we got in touch with Hope for New York, and it just took off. I just remember every week we would have a table set up at Redeemer in Hunter College downstairs, and people would bring toys, and then we had to go through the toys and sort through them. And so we had 5 weeks to pull it off, and our first site was up in the Bronx with Pastor Angel Rios, who was our contact.
And then the morning of, we show up at 4 a.m. in the morning in downtown and at our storage shed. And there was a lot of guys there too, which was great because we needed somebody who was strong enough to, carry things, drag things, load the trucks up and everything. It was just that moment when I realized he provided.
We set up, and it was a very long day, very exhausting day. It was a very, very satisfying day.
In the early years, we didn't have access to a lot of toys. So someone, it might have been Mike O'Neill, who was at the Bowery Mission in those days, suggested that we go to the toy fair, which in those days was in the old toy building on 6th Avenue near 23rd Street, and to go around the fair and ask for toys. So I took a couple of days off and would walk around the toy fair, floor by floor, booth by booth, explaining what we were doing and asking for toy donations. We got a lot of new, high-quality toys that way, which really benefited the families.
As his toy store has evolved, I think it's great that have done more bulk buying. You can actually think about what the affiliates would be appropriate for them. I think poverty, a lot of times, strips you of choices. When you go to a food line, is usually this is the bag of groceries you're given, and you're grateful for it. But there's something really special for saying to parents and guardians and caretakers, you know your child best. You know what they want. You know what will bring them joy. And so here is all set out for you. Choose what you want. We don't hand a toy to the child. The family member gets to choose and give it. And throughout the process, there's a sense of restoring a choice, and choice is dignity.
So I got involved about 17 years ago when I first started at Hope for New York and joined the Hope for New York team. What I love about his toy store is this program was really founded by volunteers who wanted to care and serve families in need. Throughout the time that I've been here, we've seen his toy store program expand across all 5 boroughs. And so that has been really exciting and amazing to see that growth. So my hope for his toy store is that the vision will never change, that it will always be about serving families in need with hope with dignity and providing that Christmas joy and cheer during this time. And we've seen that during the pandemic. We've actually had to evolve the program so that we can actually serve not only with toys, but also with basic essential needs. So I've been really amazed and encouraged by our community of volunteers, churches, and donors coming together to go above and beyond in this season. Hope for New York is so thankful to both Allison and Sabeda for creating his toy store. These two faithful friends made their dream a reality that has lasted for 25 years and served countless families in need during the Christmas season.